We have breaking news this hour. Police have identified the man killed at Scarborough Town Centre earlier this week. And for the very latest, CP24's Melissa Duggan is live outside the mall. And Melissa, this started as a suspicious death, but now it's a homicide. What is this latest that we got from police?
Yeah, that's right, Seja. So initially, it wasn't clear kind of the circumstances that led to this young person being found dead in a bathroom here at Scarborough Town Centre. But what we can confirm to you now, Toronto police just releasing an update moments ago saying that this investigation has been handed over to the homicide unit. And they've also identified the victim in this case. Initially, he was reported as a man in his 20s. Now we know he is this man, 19 years old, Daniel Amalathas of Toronto, just being identified by Toronto police this afternoon. What we can tell you is that police were called to the mall around 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon after a man was found dead along with a firearm in a washroom. Police recovering that firearm from the scene here at the Scarborough Town Centre. Police said initially that shoppers discovered the man unconscious in a family washroom near the lower level food court area. They notified mall security. They then reported this to Toronto police. And again, as you mentioned, at the time, police initially saying that they were treating this as a suspicious incident. Further investigations led them to the homicide unit taking this over. At the time, no gunshots were reported being heard in the mall. So that kind of really just lent itself to some questions being asked exactly how this may have happened. And they also say that it happened in a very confined space that no one seemed to know about until people just happened to be in this washroom and unfortunately found this 19-year-old man dead. We know this is Toronto's 27th homicide so far this year. And Cesar, I just got off the phone with Toronto police asking them, can they tell us anything about suspects in this case, anything in terms of arrest, anything like that? The line we're getting right now, no word yet when it comes to suspects. So no descriptions to share with you and no real information in this case when it comes to being released to the public, when it comes to looking for the people responsible for this homicide. Again, police just revealing the identity of the victim in this case and confirming that the homicide unit is now investigating. Back to you.
Okay, such a complicated case. Thanks for this.
Michelle, two 17-year-old boys have been charged with second-degree murder. Both arrests took place yesterday. Both were scheduled to appear in court here downtown this morning. 19-year-old Daniel Amalathas, police say, was shot last week in a washroom near the food court area of Scarborough Town Centre, where he was pronounced deceased. Emergency responders were called shortly before 2 in the afternoon. Witnesses told our crew they didn't hear any gunshots, and police said last week it may have only been one shot that was fired. Police did also say they found a firearm in the washroom. As this happened at a mall with many cameras, police said dozens of officers had been reviewing video. That may have been the key to making these two arrests, as both these teens are under the age of 18. Both their identities are protected under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Reporting live, I'm Beth McDonnell.
All right, folks. So I just let you hear two of the news stories about this young man, Daniel Amalathas. He is the 27th homicide victim of the year. And this is really sad, man. This is really sad because, at first, a bunch of people were kind of wondering, like, what the hell happened in this case, man? What the heck happened? What happened to this kid? It was a strange story when you first heard about it because they said that this took place at Scarborough Town Centre. Scarborough Town Centre. 19 years old. They get a call at 1:51 p.m. in the middle of the day. And the weird thing about it is that in this case, nobody heard anything. So even while you're looking at police officers coming into the mall and taping up what looks to be around the food court and all this kind of stuff, everybody's just kind of walking around, still shopping, still eating food. Families are there. There's no urgency whatsoever. Nobody's in a panic. Nobody's running because nobody knows what the hell is going on. So this happened, which was weird. And nothing was ever locked down in this entire thing, which is really strange. Nothing was locked down. And so it really makes you think just what the hell happened here. Okay. So they also found the murder weapon there. There was a gun there at the scene. It was in a family bathroom. So it wasn't just you have the different family bathrooms. You have one that have a bunch of stalls and urinals and stuff that you can go into. And then you have the private ones that anybody can go into them, but they're private, one person or one family at a time or whatever. It was one of those bathrooms, apparently. So now you're just wondering, what happened? Was there some kind of beef? Is there some kind of trouble? What in the heck happened here? That's the only thing is you're wondering is what happened and why. That's it. Because from what we have read, when you look into the comments and when you're doing the digging into this, you really can't find out if this kid was into anything he wasn't supposed to be in. It doesn't look like it. He was an engineering student. I believe he was in college or university, and he doesn't seem like he was a kid who made trouble or anything like that. So I really don't know what happened here. This is a very strange case, and it's a very sad case. And I'm not just here to speak about things like this because it's just on the news. I'm very passionate about our young generation and our kids, teenagers, our young people. There is something that is going on within their brains where they have no regard for human life at this point. And I'm sure now that they have the two 17-year-olds that they arrested for this, whatever they murdered this kid over, I guarantee you it was something ridiculously stupid. Now, I don't know if this was maybe a robbery gone wrong, or they possibly knew each other or something. I have no idea what this is actually about, but it was not worth murdering this kid. You have now completely destroyed and not only killed this kid, you've destroyed his family. You've destroyed his and now the kids who did this, the two 17-year-olds, have gone and destroyed their life as well. But at least you'll still be alive to be in the courtroom, to be in the jail or prison, wherever the hell you're going to be going. Who knows in this country? Because the laws are so damn lenient, it's a joke. And at this point, it's like, I don't even know where to begin and where to start with why our young people are doing such dumb stuff. Another kid murdered, not even 20 years old. Could it be random? Possibly. I don't know. Could it be random? Possibly. I don't know. But for it to be a robbery in a mall, no one hears anything. The weapon is found there as well. This sounds like something that was premeditated. This sounds like something that was probably planned. And I don't know if this is some type of initiation or if this is something these kids were trying to prove. Prove it to who? You don't like to you young people out there who are going to watch this or see this, if you come across it. You trying to be gangster, you're not cool. You're stupid. You're not hard. You're not gangster. You're a criminal. You're a coward. You're pathetic. You will not get ratings for this ever, at any time. At any time. No one rates you for doing this kind of stuff. You get no respect of anyone. You're only looked at as a moron, as an idiot, as a cancer, as a poison to society. Nothing good will come out of this for you. Nothing good will come out of this for your friends, for your family. Nothing. So I'm happy the two kids who did this got caught. And I'm calling them kids. They're 17 years old. Yes. They're 17 years old. Are they kids? If you want to call them that, you can. But at 17 years old, you know better. You know better. You know you should not be doing this. But once again, you made the wrong choices. How do you get people to make the right choices? Now, we don't know anything about these kids because they're protected under that Youth Act. Don't know where they're from. Don't know what their upbringing is. I know it couldn't have been good. I know it could have been good. Not if you're making these kind of choices. There's a lot of mischievous kids out there and some bad kids that don't make these choices. So when you make choices like this, you're a devil. And this is happening over and over and over and over again. And I don't know what we're going to have to do at this point to change it, but it's not going to be quick. It's going to take a lot of people. It's going to take a lot of programs. It's going to take a lot of men because this is happening a lot with our young men. Is it happening with women? Yes, of course it does. But most of the time when you hear about these type of cases, it's happening within young men. And so we have to find a way to be able to combat what is going into these kids' minds, because that's where this begins. And if we don't figure out a way to change what's going into these kids' minds, I don't know what we're going to do, because you act out whatever is going into your mind and whatever's in you. This is a sad story, man. And, I even feel terrible saying my condolences to the family, because, like, what is that going to do? Saying my condolences, what is it going to do? Rest in peace to this young man. It's really sad. But to all these young wannabe gangsters out here, man, this ain't going to do nothing for you except ruin your life and have you being looked at like a criminal forever. Took this young kid's life, and I know this was over something stupid, over nothing. Over nothing. I can almost guarantee it. I can almost guarantee it. But folks, it's your boy Mike Roach. Sad story. I'll be back again soon. Peace. I'm out.